What's up, Prentice?
Hey James, how are you?
I don't know, man. 5 minutes ain't enough. You and I need to sit. We need to have coffee and talk about this. No. What's going on here is he's laughing, but I'm for real. Onyx is presenting a three-part docu-series. It's called Black Twitter: A People's History. And I'm not the brother with the finger on the head. I'm the brother going, oh, Prentice, talk about this three-part docu-series. What is it all about?
I mean, it's really about, seeing all the things that we did on this social media platform. Again, that wasn't made for us, right? And there's fun ways in which the culture participated together, whether that was, Zola or live tweeting about scandal and things like that. But then there's also the ways in which, so much activism that I don't think we've really seen since the civil rights movement happen on the platform, like Black Lives Matter, like Oscar So White, like Me Too, like If They Gun Me Down, right? And so I think it's all of that. And I think that's the thing that Black culture has always occupied in America. We've always had to deal with sort of oppression and struggle, and we've also found ways to laugh through that, right? And unite through that. And I think this docu-series is trying to highlight and represent all of the things that we did in that way.
What got you interested in doing this?
I mean, I was a big participant on Black Twitter, specifically when we were making Insecure. I would be talking to fans a lot about the show, and really when I read Jason's article, it really one reminded me just how fun Black Twitter is, and two, it also when he said, so many things on the internet are here today, gone tomorrow, that it felt the right time to sort of give Black Twitter its flowers. And ironically, as we were making the docu series, Elon buys the platform and literally changes the name of the platform. So everything that Jason said about why he wrote the article ended up being exactly why we needed to make the docuseries.
Very interesting. We have so much influence in this world. We don't get enough credit for it. And I was sitting there going, made me think about the Moors and how they
Mm,
influenced. That's all I kept thinking about was the Moors and how they influenced for so many centuries.
hmm
And then here we are.
Yeah. It's really interesting too, also because I think there's this thing too where everybody who was on Black Twitter feels like, well, why are we making this, right? Like like I was there. Who is this for? But my wife is not a big presence on Twitter at all. My kids will never be on the platform. They're TikTok kids, right? So many things that they didn't know that they moved through the world. I mean, I have two boys and a daughter. Like my wife always says Black girl magic. She always says Black boy joy. We always sort of, Black lives matter. So they live these things, but didn't necessarily know where they came from. And so to be able to say, to your point, oh, we've been influencing the culture. It's like my kids don't even know where that influence is from. And that's just 10 years ago. That's not like, we're not talking even hundreds of years. We're just talking like 10, 15 years ago. They don't know where these things come from. So that's why when I making this docuseries was so important, because so much of our history is oral, right? We don't have a lot of written down, documented things about who we are, especially in real time. So to be able to do this to me was even more important in that way.
I'm glad you did, man. I watched that episode and I'm going, where was I in 2008? Where was I in 2011? Am I some old fart that don't know what's going on? I need to wake up. What's going on around here? And you talking about scandal? Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
yeah, yeah,
Wait a minute. And I still have to laugh. Again, the mimes is correct. I mean, we are so creative, so visual, so
yeah.
movement. We make, and it scares a certain group of people that we are like that.
Well, I think the reason why we're really good at using, visual memes and gifs as language is, a lot of times when we were in the presence of other people, we couldn't say what we were thinking. Looks had to suffice, right? Which is, I think, is why, like, when you're in trouble, a Black mom could give you a look and you know exactly what that look is in the store, right? You don't have to like ask a lot of questions, because so much of our communication sometimes is not verbal at all, right? And I think that, and again, memes and gifs are just another way that we gave the internet language because of the way we have to communicate in the real world. So to me, Black Twitter is really just a reflection of Black life in the real world, just happening digitally.
The last thing I want to say is I really enjoyed the exchange between Natalie Cole and Whitney Houston.
Oh, yeah.
That says it all right there, doesn't
It does. It again, there's no words being said. It's just pointing and laughing, and they both know what's happening.
I've been talking to Prentice Penny. We've been talking about Black Twitter, A People's History. It's a 3-part docuseries from Onyx. And Prentice, if you ever come to St. Louis, we're going to sit down and have coffee. We got to talk, man. We definitely got to talk.
I would love it. My brother-in-law lives in St. Louis, so that just gives me a good reason to come out there.
I'm ready for you. Prentice, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend.
Thank you so much, James.